What's poppin', kids? It's your main man Stu, coming at you with some ghetto ass gameplay right here. So just gonna start off and say that I skipped the first round in this game because it was approximately 3 minutes long. So the second round, which is this round right here, is much more entertaining. I got a lot more kills. So I thought I would just show this round. So first off, my first sort of topic is to better introduce myself to the PGN community because I feel I haven't done that properly so far. Unless you count my first video, but that video wasn't that great to be honest. Anyway, since I've become a PGN director from like 2 weeks ago, I think I need to have a new introduction. So I am a PGN director. People call me on Xbox and in YouTube and stuff. People call me Stu, so you can call me that. My focal point for my videos is to have really good gameplay rather than like interesting stories or anything. I don't really have any. I don't have an amazing personality, so I try to focus on good gameplay and tips and that sort. Now, as you may have noticed, I'm using the FAMAS gun, which actually gets quite a lot of hate because it's probably the best assault rifle in the game. And I've never understood the argument behind that, you know, hating on the best guns, saying they're like try-hard guns and stuff. I normally will use the best guns in a Call of Duty game because the best guns get you the most kills, and the more kills you get, the more fun I have, that kind of thing. That doesn't mean that the only gun I use are, you know, the AK-74U and the FAMAS. I also use other guns which aren't considered the best guns or overpowered, as some people say. But whenever I do use those guns, I don't like troll on everybody who uses an AK-74U just because I'm not using it, which is what quite a lot of people do, and I don't understand that. It's like, you know, I'm going to use the, say, mini Uzi or something, and say I'll start doing bad with it, I'll blame the guy with the 74U. He can use whatever gun he wants. I don't understand the whole try-hard argument. The guy who's complaining, calling someone a try-hard, is obviously trying hard, but just failing. So, yeah, I don't understand that. But yeah, moving on. I'm playing Demolition, obviously, and you'll see here right now. Even I'm always pushing up, throwing stuns back there, just trying to push them back and as far as they go into that spawn. This is so that obviously it's much easier to get kills whenever the enemies are like condensed back into one area. And on Stadium, I actually love this map for Demolition because, especially on the defense side here, there's a number of spots where you can just easily get a good vantage point on the spawn. That stairway, not this one I'm on, but the one to my left right now, is actually quite a good spot. If you haven't got them fully pushed back, you can just sit there. Although I would be aware of the balcony up top and the building to your left. You'll see here I just like randomly rushed into the spawn because I thought the game was going to end, but somehow they pulled off a sneaky plant. So that was a pretty stupid death. I probably wouldn't have died there if the game had ended. So see here how bad it gets if the enemy actually gets out of the spawn trap. Mainly due to my bad teammates. Their whole team gets out and, you know, get kill streaks, get both bombs down, and could have went a bit pear-shaped, but we managed to get things under control again. Fortunately, we do lose a bomb site, but I wasn't complaining because I was able to get a whole shitload more kills. So kills which my teammates did not get, quite frankly. I ended up with 93 kills, 93 to 7, and the next best teammate was like 28 to 29 or something. They really were a pretty shit team. So yeah, you can actually, I'll actually talk about that. You don't have to play Demolition with a full party to spawn trap. You can do it by yourself as long as you know what to do and you have decent gun skill. I wasn't playing with a full party here. I was just in a game by myself. But I was able to pretty effectively spawn trap. Not to the stage where I was, you know, knifing in the back with a ballistic knife, but kind of fair spawn trapping, you could say, where it's not just like crazy shit. So what I was gonna do now is actually like give some, not necessarily demolition tips, but general tips in Call of Duty. Some you probably have heard these before, but they're quite often overlooked. So the first one I was gonna say was pretty bad timing, because there was a good example of it there now, where I challenged that guy with a magnum where I could have just ran away. That was a bad example of what you shouldn't. It was a good example of what you shouldn't do. It was a bad example of what you should do. If you've no chance of winning the gunfight, just do not challenge the person. That's one of the main like rules of Call of Duty. And always, obviously, stick behind a good spot. Don't just like stand out in the open. What I was doing there was sitting behind that brick wall, and those guys found it really hard to pick me off there, because they could probably only see a fraction of my head, even though on my screen it looks as though my whole upper chest is sticking over. You see right there why I use the magnum as my secondary. Usually the highest damage pistol secondary is the best, so you can just pull it out there and like get people down so quickly with it. 2 or 3 shots to the body. So general tips, when you're in the spawn, move around constantly, don't stand in one place. Like say I was sitting behind the high glitch there, don't just stand behind it like 100% confident you're not going to die, because there's always that little guy who cooks a grenade as soon as he spawns, because he knows you're there, which is obviously a smart thing to do. That's what I'd do. So you just need to constantly think, you know, people are trying to counter you. Every time you kill them, they'll be looking for revenge kills. So the game is over. I can't really talk about anything else. 1937, pretty good game, with the gold from us. So I hope you liked this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and PGNlive if you haven't already. So bye.